All opinions expressed by the program participants are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Upscale Love for You. The program participants' opinions are based on the information that they consider from their own knowledge. No expressions or accuracy is related to Upscale Love for You.
Question is it possible for you or for your significant other for you to respect hold on, is it possible to respect your significant other and still cheat? Is it possible to respect your significant other and still cheat? Now I'm gonna go to a movie, Waiting to Exhale. Everybody's not seen that movie?
I waited. Yes, I've seen that. That's
So there's a
Angela
scene.
Bassett.
There's a scene where she meets this guy in a hotel. She's actually just going for, just to get by herself. She meets this guy. They have great conversation. And he tells her that his wife is dying. She has cancer. She's dying. Um, they don't actually have sex, but they were very intimate. So was he respectful still to his wife? Um, and you might say he didn't cheat, but I think he kind of did because it was very intimate. So can you still respect your partner
Don't
and
call my
cheat?
man West like that. You know, that was Snipes, man.
That was Wesley Snipes and Angela Bassett, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Anson has his hand up. I'll go after Anson.
Okay.
Thank you for that. No, there is no respect because, like I've said repeatedly, cheating is a selfish act. So you only think about yourself when you're cheating, regardless of what your reason is. So whoever your partner is, you're not considering them in a respectful manner. The 2 times I cheated before, no, I didn't have respect for the person I was with because I didn't respect what they did. So that goes hand to hand with the reason why I cheated. Cheating comes from a lack of respect for who you with.
Okay.
I had my hand up. I know my background kind of puts my hand all intertwined with it, but I going back to that scenario with Angela Bassett and Wesley Snipes, yes, I do think that was cheating, but it was in a certain, it was, how can I don't want to say justified because I don't want Anson to start on me, but he was missing something, even though his wife was dying, he still was missing something in that relationship. And at that time, it wasn't necessarily sex. It was more of the intimate conversation, the touch, the loneliness of just wanting to be normal. And can you actually call that cheating? Yes, because I believe Kendra said that a couple of weeks ago, that if you are mentally and emotionally involved with someone else, whether you had sex or not, you're still cheating because that portion that should have been with your mate is taken away because you're directing it towards someone else. So I guess yes, it can be cheating and it can be disrespectful. Mm-hmm. Yes. But if you see it, some people may see it in a different aspect because of the fact that she is dying. The other person was going through a divorce and they were missing something. And when they came together, they were able to get it without actually having sexual contact.
Okay. Dr. Feelgood, I'm going to go to you next, and then Brandy, I want to hear what you got to say.
Well, I'm going to talk about respect in my case study, but it's different levels. I'm going to say it's on different levels. If the person can't do something, i.e. maybe they're quadriplegic or paraplegic, maybe they're terminal, the respect part would be not to put it in their face.
Okay, good. I like that.
If y'all in a sexless relationship / marriage, and he or she says, well, I've lost all desire to have sex. Going outside, the person who says I don't want to do it anymore should respect the other person. That I understand you have needs, just don't bring it home. That rules. It's not an open relationship, but it's something that said, hey, I can't fix this. I still want to be with you, but only thing I ask is that you do X, Y, and Z. And because if you're treating someone with respect, you're treating them fairly. Understanding that I can't do this, but I understand you have needs, but just don't bring no babies. That's disrespect regardless. Don't bring no diseases, and don't bring public embarrassment. What we do in our bedroom or we don't do is our business. If you do something outside, just keep the mess to it. Just keep the noise to a minimum.
But then that's not cheating. That you actually.
But it's technically it is, because you're going outside the relationship, and the person's not. You're not letting the person know who you're sleeping with. They might know you're sleeping with somebody.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, though, that's the respect part, is that y'all communicate. Anson had it right. You have to continue to communicate, and but the thing is though, you have to be able to say, hey, if something's not working, I still want to be with you. How can we make this work? And that's what I got.
Dr. Feelgood, quick question. Would you consider that justification? I'm not picking on you, Chocolate Pearl. I'm just trying to make a point.
No, I don't think of it as justification. I think of it more as rationalization. Because you rationalize, hey, I'm not getting it here, so I think it's okay that I do it somewhere else.
So mine's
is
rational. Mine's is rational answer. I'm gonna change it to rational instead of justification.
Wasn't justified, it was rational. Hey, Brandy, what do you think? Do you think it's possible to respect your significant other and still cheat?
I guess it depends on the situation that you two are in. If you are married, I don't think it's okay for you to say, oh, well, they're sick now, so I'm gonna just go over here and be with this person and satisfy those needs. No, I mean, you signed up for that. This is what you signed up for. You said better or worse, sickness or health. So if you're lacking something, you're just gonna lack it until that person leaves here. But that's what you signed up for. And that's being respectful. I do agree that you shouldn't be out here. I feel like people, if you're in a relationship or you're married, leave the single people alone. Stop dragging them in the middle of your mess just because you need something. Fix it at home before you run out here in the streets. That's how people get on Snap. I'm just saying.
Hello.
That's what I said earlier. It's the social media and the TVs and all that stuff.
Yep.
Look, I learned a lot from the court shows. I'm trying to tell you, I learned a lot from the court shows because I learned, and like I said earlier, I learned that a lot of, not necessarily my generation, because I really haven't seen it as much in my generation, but younger than I have, it's a lot of tit for tat and a lot of pettiness. I mean, petty is got a crown type situation where you have to, why do I have to go into your phone? If I feel that I'm doing the best I can to keep this relationship together, and you still going out there to cheat, and then you get mad if I decide to cheat, but you feel because you cheated, I need to cheat. well, tit for tat. Well, he cheated last week, so I'm gonna cheat this week. Then y'all come together. Then he go cheat again. Then you go cheat. So it's like community relations. Community relations. You know,
Before you know it, you have 8 to 10 people involved.
Right.
exactly.
Right.
Just sinking
And
the
then you may
Titanic.
have some, like my sister said earlier, some
Yeah,
babies
Brandy.
involved. You know,
And you know what though? It's in today's modern relationships, a lot of people want relationships, but they don't want the duties that come with the relationship.
right,
That
We
part.
want we
Yep.
want the titles, but
right.
we don't really want to actually. Yeah, I'm your husband, but what exactly does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be. You know, a lot of women want weddings, but they don't want to be wives.
Exactly.
Mm.
That's what I said
That's a
Khalees
good
is.
one.
A
I
lot of
like
I
what
people
you
like
want
said
that
on
one.
that one.
They
a
want
lot
That's
of
weddings,
people
good.
but
want
don't
stuff
want to
but
be
don't know how to
wives.
get it.
Miss
Yeah.
Nikki, you've been quiet tonight. Let's hear from you. Is it possible to respect your significant other and still cheat?
I don't believe so. To the point that, especially, it has to be an understanding, especially like everyone's talking about if you end up being sick, and you can't perform duties, and there has to be an understanding between two people. Now, but no, I really don't believe you can respect your spouse if you're out cheating. I just don't
Pretty
see how.
disrespectful.
Yeah,
Okay.
very disrespectful.
All righty then. Well, I think that kind of wraps it up. Does anybody else have anything to say about that? Anyone? Bueller? Sorry. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Feelgood.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Feelgood once again with the golden voice and of course the lady's choice. I'm going to today's case study is going to be respect in relationships. It's part of the cheating series. And as you see, I'm Dr. Feelgood. You see, I look professional in my professor gear because you know I got
you
to
pay,
keep.
you pay good money for that education. That's what you look like.
And my bona fides are I'm a PhD in the cunnilingual arts. So let me continue.
Yes, please. Go
What is
on.
respect? The definition. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta pull up my notes because I want to make sure I get this right. Respect means that you accept somebody for who they are, even if they're different from you and you don't agree with them. Respect in your relationship builds feelings of trust and safety and well-being. Respect doesn't have to come naturally. It is something you learn and you earn. The definition, a relation or reference to a particular thing that situations having respect or situations. You have respect to an earlier plan or respect in respect to whatever you're talking about. An act of giving particular attention, paying attention to somebody. You respect the person because you're paying attention to them. It kind of goes along with consideration, admiration. It helps you get the way you feel about a person. High or special regard, esteem. You hold someone in respect. You're putting them on the. We like to say putting on a pedestal. I say giving people their propers. Everybody remembers props back in the 80s. Where I gotta give him his props. I gotta give her props. That's respect. And especially in our community, in the lower socioeconomic areas, respect is a currency because people fight if they feel disrespected. You step on my shoes, I feel disrespected. I'm gonna fight. So it was a currency. There were people you knew not to talk to because their reputation or what you actually know about them, you couldn't talk to them any old kind of way, or something something bad would happen to you or to them. I talked about this a little earlier. I like this picture. It's cute. the lot, you know, somebody that's a sign of respect and admiration. How much respect is important in a relationship? If you don't have if you truly love somebody, you're going to respect them. You appreciate them and love them. I'm not too wedded on unconditionally, because only children and animals loved unconditionally, and not even children. I'm going to say that. Sociopaths don't love anybody. But the idea is that you acknowledge your partner, good, bad, and ugly. Let them know what's going on and take their feelings into consideration, because everybody in here at one point or another in their lives felt that they were not taken seriously. They were taken for granted. They didn't feel valued or loved in their relationship. 10 reasons why respect is important in a relationship. Love without respect simply doesn't exist, and it's not something we can call love or a happy relationship or marriage. Nobody's perfect, and we see this after a couple of months. How many times we meet somebody's representative and we look at them and they're like, well, they're so great, and then you see them sit on the toilet, or they can't have the door open and they peeing. Then that image you have of them, we built, a lot of us, and y'all can cap if y'all want, I'm gonna keep it real. A lot of us have images of our partners, an idealized image of our partners when we first meet them. Eventually that stuff gets stripped back until you see the real them. Now, some people can fake it a lot longer than others, but eventually it'll come out. You will learn to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Especially those who've been single for a long time and get into a relationship, you ain't got no patience. Today's Thursday. She ain't called me at 10:01. She gotta go. He got a crooked third toe. He gotta go.
So
I don't like the way he breathes. He gotta go. You know, you don't have patience, and the older we get, our patience doesn't get any better. It usually gets worse. But when you're with somebody, you have to think outside of yourself. And that's what truly what a relationship is about. Thinking about others before yourself. That teaches you patience. You make better decisions. When you love somebody, you trust somebody, you know somebody, you'll make better decisions.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, that's why people work. If I'm with Dr. Fab and I know she's a spender, I'm going to try to make it so that her decision making is affected, that she's thinking about us and not about what she wants. If I like to go and drink, she's gonna set it up so that I can make a wise decision, so I ain't out there weaving on the road, bobbing and weaving on the road. So it helps when you're with somebody, and it's accountability to each other. You got to think outside yourself. It helps with communication. Anson, see, y'all be talking about Anson, but Anson be right about communicating. If you're not communicating and telling them, hey, when you do this, it makes me feel that. That's kind of
blow Anson's head up.
Well, I mean, I gotta give credit where credit's due.
We already have a hard enough time.
Okay.
But that's the thing. That's the beginning of respect, and because it shows that you're listening. People hear a lot of stuff, but they rarely listen. And that's the problem. We don't, we want to so busy trying to get our point across, right. Our word. We don't listen to understand. We listen to respond.
Say that again. That is so profound right there.
100% correct.
I agree.
So we, a lot of us don't listen to understand. We listen to respond. And that's when the argument starts, you know, because I don't feel that and you learn to think about others. Like I said, when you're in a relationship, one thing you have to do is be able to relate. Relation equals respect. Respect, thinking outside of yourself. I wonder what Miss Millie would like today. Let me stop and get her favorite ice cream. You know, instead I come in with an ice cream and she look at me and I'm like, and if you was there, you could have got one yourself. You know where to get them. That's not respect. That's, you know, that's the opposite of respect. You will help them do great in life. And this is the hardest one that a lot of us have a problem with. Because while insecurities, we think we make somebody better, that they're going to leave us. Because deep down, we don't feel that we're enough. But you should always help your person get better, because they should be helping you get better. That's and right. Then y'all getting better together. Y'all growing together. Y'all have common interests. Y'all have common goals. That's how to help you do great in life.
But when I said that, y'all kind of had a problem.
Well, that's because you said it. I'm messing with you. Wow. I'm messing with you. Respecting your partner will improve your sex life. Now, very few of us didn't, but we all done slept somebody we really didn't respect. And they were just a warm body. They were just a warm body to get there. So like the person, the more you actually like the person. The more you like the person, the more you get, the more desire you have for them. The more desire you have for them, that's when the touching and the rubbing and the hugging and the kissing and the all of that. You'll have your biggest supporter. If you respect somebody, you're gonna cape for them. You're gonna throw that cape on. You're gonna be Captain Save-A-Ho. And they might not be a hoe, but just you know what I mean.
Say, why it's got to be a hoe?
Save a person, okay?
Save a Tawana.
It'd be Captain Save a Bro.
Hey, look. I done did Captain Save a Tawana quite a few times. Thank you. But the idea is that, you know, your partner should be your number one cheerleader. Your number one, your ace boom. And your relationship will get better. Because like I said, when you're supporting each other, you stop thinking about me and start thinking about we. And we go farther than I. So we you know, when you have healthy respect for your partner and they have healthy respect for you, your relationship goes a lot farther. If you're going to argue, because that's just how people are. We like to argue. What happens when you lose respect in relationships? The loss of mutual respect can destroy a relationship. It can destroy a marriage quickly or more often and lead to a painful, stressful, and unhappy life for a couple. While this notion appears commonsensical, there's also significant body of research that backs that up. The idea is that, you know, if you don't respect the person, you're not gonna treat them right. You don't treat them right, then you go, like you said, like Anson said, see, y'all clown Anson. I'm giving him credit again.
Oh boy.
You don't respect somebody.
You don't see that head getting bigger than the screen.
Hey, that's okay though.
I was gonna say
okay.
the same thing. Anson's head is not fitting in my screen right now.
But you should, and y'all even said that y'all should, when you lost respect for a person and they don't respect you, it's time to go. Time to cut it short, go home, you know, turn out the lights and light a candle. How do you know someone doesn't respect for you? Doesn't have respect for you? Well, they don't respect your feelings. You crying? Stop crying. Why you always crying? Why you always depressed? You always walk around with like you got the world on your shoulders. And the person you're not considering their feelings. Crossing boundaries, going through people's phones, they underwear, they laundry.
Oh God.
You know, where you at? So where you at? Come here. Let me smell your piece.
There are actually people who do that. Soon as the man comes through the door, drop your pants. Because
That's
if you
crazy.
smell like soap, then you done something. Now you could have went to the gym and they got like a shower at the gym, but they don't care.
But they don't care. But that's you know, or and this is more women towards men. When men open up and be vulnerable, the minute you get mad, and I'm not saying you as individuals, but y'all know a woman scorn burns the house to the ground. I'm burning this motherfucker down.
She won't
That's
live
why you
up
wear
in
women's
here.
underwear. That's why you like to get spanked in the booty. That's why I put the strap on you. For real,
Oh,
chick.
wow.
No,
But chastity belt.
no. I'm just saying. But that's that's between y'all. But when you get mad and you go outside of that, that's straight disrespect.
Yeah.
And Bill has a bigger thing than you do.
Oh
How
my
do you
God.
know Bill got a bigger thing? How you know Bill buy a bigger? Because I saw it and I tried it and it was good.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow.
Being rude for no reason. We've all been in a situation with our significant other where they're around people or y'all around mixed company and they looking at you like, you ain't gonna fix his plate? No, I ain't fixing that Negro's plate. He could get up and do it himself. You think I am? I ain't his maid.
Mm.
That's a no-go in the public.
Well, people do it. Or even, a dude putting a tracker on your phone or a tracker in your car. Making sure you going where you say it usually takes you 8 minutes to get home. It took you 9.3 minutes.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to tell you, divorce court do that. They said they done seen that phone over by the corner store over there. But then somebody said, Shaquana said that they seen you somewhere else. Did you leave your phone over there so I lose the track? I'm trying to tell you, divorce court, paternity court, and couples court give you all the information.
And then or doing something shady behind your back. Now this is more on a financial level when husbands and wives or boyfriends and girlfriends that live together, when one makes a financial decision without the other's approval. And then when it goes wrong, they're like, well, I ain't want to tell you because you might be mad at me. You think? We ain't got no money. What you gonna do? I don't know. Maybe you might ask your daddy. I don't know. But that's, that means they don't respect you enough. 21 signs of lack of respect in a relationship.
Oh, God.
Yes.
21 signs.
21 signs. Your partner doesn't make time for you. If there's always excuse on why they can't get with you, and it's not really, there's legitimate reasons for not making time, and there's not legitimate reasons for not making time. If I'm on my day off and I know you on your day off and you don't want to spend it with me, something wrong. Or I don't want to spend it with you, something wrong. Yeah. No regard for personal space. I've heard stories, I've never witnessed it, that women got to keep their bathroom door open. Guys got to keep their bathroom door open.
Say that again.
What?
Women or men got to stand there and look at them take it, because they might be talking to some woman or some man on the phone while they on the toilet.
Yeah, that's right. I've seen that too. Where
that's too
they
much.
said, why all of a sudden you got to take your phone into the shower all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Or why? But yeah, well, they get ready to take a shower. They got to take their phone with them.
Phone. They keep their phone. They keep their phone with them like it's a pacemaker or something.
Right.
But not consulting each other. I just talked about that. Doing something behind somebody's back. Why'd you buy that car? We ain't need that dang on car. Well, it was Tuesday and it looked pretty. You feel unheard. This is one thing, especially with women. And when y'all with domineering men, y'all feel that y'all words ain't being heard.
Never
especially
been with somebody like that.
when you got a heart. No, because you're bossy.
Ooh.
You're bossy. You don't want to bring the boy to the yard.
And you better know it.
But shit, you used to do that to me. So yeah, I already know. Poor communication. We already talked about that. Your partner is critical of you. And it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a legitimate issue. So babe, I don't think you should eat ice cream 3 times a day.
Why not?
Because you might get sick. But
you know they thinking it might think you fat.
Well, that too, but that's another story. That's later. You ain't going, dude. You ain't going on the house with no gray sweatpants and a wife beat on.
That's legit right there, though. That's legit right there.
So you know who you going out there dressed like a hoe? Stuff like that. Or the big one is, I leave my socks on the floor.
Excuse me, y'all.
You can't pick your socks up and put them 5 feet away.
No.
Stuff like that. Your relationship is riddled with lies.
That's just being lazy.
Well,
I'm sorry. That's just being
It'll
lazy.
get there. It'll get there. But your relationship is riddled with lies. It's not always the big lies that's the problem. It's the little ones.
Yeah.
And when you're lying for no reason, there's no reason.
For no reason.
They tell you if you tell one lie, you got to tell 20 more just to keep that one.
But then you can't remember that stuff because ain't nobody got that memory.
Exactly.
So
tell the truth.
You're not their priority. Now, this one I had a problem with because a man on his purpose, if his purpose is on point, his purpose is going to be his priority. Because what that does is that in turns gives him focus to be able to support his family and provide, protect, problem solve, and procreate with the family. When he's not on his purpose, and it's not his priority, things go wrong. Bills don't get paid. He don't go to work, stuff like that.
But that's when it's dealing with trying to take care of your family. But when you realize that you have all that under control,
but
you're not their priority, meaning that
right?
Our relationship is not first.
Right? No, and I agree with that. But what I'm saying is that that's a different type of priority when a man's on his purpose. When the issue is he's not a priority, is that he comes home on Friday, you don't see him till Monday.
I know about them problems.
He don't go to no parent teacher conferences. He don't help the kids with homework. He always, I'm watching the game or I'm doing this. And things of that nature. That's what I mean. They don't value your time. You take all this time to get something together, get a nice thing, and so I wasn't planning on coming anyway. That happens. You're subjected to the silent treatment. Now, I am guilty of this. I will go dark for a few days. It's not right. I know my family can tell you it's not right. It's not the way it should be. But this especially men do this. We do this because we shut down because we don't feel we're being heard. But that's another story. But you're subjected to the silent treatment as a form of punishment. There are trust issues in a relationship. Now, it's okay to be inquisitive about something. Something doesn't seem right because women look for patterns. When things are not in patterns, it doesn't fit the pattern, they'll go and look again. So, if a relationship that's not built on trust is not really a relationship, it's transactional.
Like the way you said that.
Giving attention to other people. If I'm always and this one, we've all been guilty of it sometime in a relationship. Our boy or our girl be with us all the time. It's like you know, we have a permanent third wheel or permanent fifth wheel. So well, let me call Tracy and see what she's doing. Why are we going out? Well, she might want to go out. Or, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Find her somebody else to go out with.
I was about to say, sometimes you keep trying to bring that person around, that person gonna wind up being around your man a little too long.
I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there, but you know, that's a lack of respect. It's like, we're going on this vacation and I bring Steve with me.
Bring him if you want him.
Why Steve coming? Why Steve coming? Well, Steve ain't had nothing to do. It's supposed to be me and you. Yeah, me, you, and Steve. Like
that's that Tyrone situation.
Yeah, exactly. Making derogatory remarks. This one speaks for itself. There's some, you know, if you're gonna call somebody out the name, do it in the heat of passion in the bedroom. That's where it belongs. It don't not in the kitchen when he or she cooking, saying you got a little piece, or calling a woman out her name. That's, you know, that's lack of respect. And especially if they tell you
calling a man out of his name.
No, that's what I'm saying. Usually I talk about his piece size.
No, I talk about how idiotic he is on
that too. Your accomplishment goes unnoticed. Dr. Fabulous goes and gets her PhD in educational science and leadership. I go to her graduation. We together at the reception. I was like, yeah, but I did this. You know, not
downgrading somebody.
Yeah,
right.
Not
they don't have the education. But Dr. Fabulous talked about that before, where she had her doctorate, but her husband didn't. But
he had his high
him no
school diploma,
right?
And he was making plenty of paper. Okay, we're not going to go there.
But y'all know what I mean. They air dirty laundry. They air dirty laundry in public. And like I said, this is mostly women who do this.
Well,
Guys will do.
No, yes, that's true. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, but because like I said, a man becomes vulnerable, releases vulnerabilities to a woman. She gets mad enough, she gonna put it out in public. That's why I put that strap on you. It's like anybody, you know, that's why you cried like a little bee when your mama died. You know, it's like
stuff like that.
It take a ruthless woman to do that.
Yeah.
But that means she has no respect for their relationship,
I see what you're saying.
Or him in general, or you know, he could say that's why you're infertile in front of everybody. And that's like personal stuff. When you bring that stuff out in public, you can't take that back.
No, can't.
You can't take that back. So no room for compromise. If it's always my way or the highway, you don't respect that person enough. Say, that person better not do nothing, because I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. They are never on your side. Now, sometimes we look at things where we are not doing what we need to do because we feel that the person's wrong. Even when they're right, they're wrong. Or even when they're wrong, they're right. And we always taking the other person's side and not our partners. Snide remarks about appearances. This ties in with number 6. You know, hey, Miss Millie, you know, you looking good, but you could lose about 6 pounds. You know,
I like all my fluff.
Dr. Flab, I know you got that PhD, but you ain't get it in the real science. Like, you know, stuff like that. And they know, I call it button pushing. It's not overt, but they're doing a surgical attack to push your buttons, being rude to your people, showing they arses around folks who don't need to know your business. or acting a fool around your people. Yeah, everybody has a drunk uncle or a drunk aunt, a drunk or a drunk. And every public thing, they rude to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And you trying to make excuses. No. He drunk, she drunk. They embarrass you in public. Goes to the next one. We all, like I said, we all got a drunkle or drunk that we had to, when they were in public, we was like, you do this, you just. But that's a sign of lack of respect in relationships. Any questions? Six ways you show respect. You got to demonstrate trust. Trust is not easy. It's easy to lose and hard to gain.
Yes.
It's active. You have to actively gain someone's trust. And it's essential. Even in platonic, romantic, business, you got to trust. You got to learn how to trust somebody. And you have to demonstrate trust.
Mm-hmm.
Be mindful of how you communicate. It's not always what you say, it's how you say it.
How you say
All
it.
right.
Mhm.
I was told that because as my brother states before, that I am a bossy person. I am my alpha woman, but I didn't know how to tame that in a sense. So I used to, talk to my husband like he was a child, and when the way it came out, it sounded like I was chastising him. But in my mind, I wasn't. I was just telling him he shouldn't do X, Y, Z, stuff like that. So it's how you say it versus, what he just said.
It's also about how you interpret what they say.
That's true too.
Mm.
That's true too. But also be reliable and accountable
For your own actions.
Say what you mean what you say.
Right.
If you're gonna do something, do it. If you mess up, not only say you mess up, but figure out a way how you're gonna fix it and tell the person, and then do it. Right. Because I use the term know better, do better. Right. Encourage time apart. You shouldn't be up under each other all the time, because then it breeds familiarity. And what does familiarity breed? Anybody?
Boredom.
Contempt. Familiarity breeds contempt. So you don't want to. So you want people to have other things outside of you, because it's not fun when their life is focused directly on you. They need to do something else. Appreciate your differences. Just because I like pizza and Kendra likes waffles, don't mean that we ain't got to be mad. We ain't got to argue about it all the time. Get to know yourself. A lot of us, we're so busy looking at blaming other people, but we rarely put the mirror to ourselves. Now look at this. 5 fingers, I'm pointing at somebody. Well, 3 are coming back at me.
Right.
So I got to look at me 3 times before I look at you.
All right.
It's always look inward before outward. How do you show healthy relationships? Talking openly and honestly. That's a hard one for me sometimes. You gotta listen to each other. It's not just hearing, it's listening. Understand, active listening. Everybody knows what active listening is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Valuing each other's feelings and needs. Saying, hey, yeah, Kendra, I know you like waffles, but that's cool. That's what you like. Compromising. I don't like that word compromise, because it's it has a negative connotation. I'd say adjusting. Adjusting has a more positive connotation, because you're looking at things such as, look, I got to make an adjustment so we can be harmonious. We want harmony. We don't want disharmony. Speaking kindly to and about each other. It ain't hard to say something nice about a person. Oh, you're smiling well today. You look good in that dress. Oh, those pants are doing you right. It's not hey, my girl's a pretty girl. She's a Tahitian girl, and I'll do everything to keep her in style. Doesn't take much now. Giving each other space goes back to, hey, do your own thing sometimes. Let's get back together. Supporting interests, hobbies, and stuff, careers and stuff like that. Because if I make you better and you're making me better, we're both being better together. Building each other.
You know what? I'm glad you said that, because the supporting each other, that was one of my issues. Arnold, Anthony, you know that I have a tendency that I do a lot of crafts, and I try to have a little side hustle on a regular basis. But when you don't have somebody supporting you, what you're doing, it just makes you lose interest. And then if you find somebody on the outside that they're supporting you, it causes you to sway that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, is that, if my household ain't supporting what I'm doing, it's hard. It's hard for me to keep going. And I definitely understand that. Yeah. Honor each other's boundaries no matter what. Dr. Lark, I don't like when you stand on top of the table and table dance. That's a hard no. That's a hard no. I don't care how much you like it. That's a hard no.
Even at the house?
Even at the house. But that's, hard boundaries. Honor those boundaries. If they say they don't like it, acknowledge that. Because anything after that is disrespect.
No dancing on the table.
This is how you create a successful relationship. Couples doing their thing, commit, if you're able to effectively address your issues, you create mutual respect. This is giving, Tantalizing Talk for you, Upscale Love for you, wishing every mom in here a happy Mother's Day. We want to thank y'all for your sacrifices, your caring, your loving, your overall being moms. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it.
All right.
This was a Dr. Feel Good production. I hope y'all learned something. I'm gonna bring another case study next week, and hope y'all still awake.
You put Captain to sleep.
Oh, not Captain. I know you put Anson in the bed. I see Anson in the bed.
On the floor, actually. I'm not in bed.
Okay.
On the floor.
I got you. Well, everyone, I thank you. Captain, wake up. Wake up, Captain. Captain is gone, y'all. But anyway.
Man down.
Each and every one of you. Hey, Captain. Hey. But anyway, I would like to thank each and every one of you all for coming on tonight. Captain, I knew you got a little sleepy. I kind of caught my head dozed off a minute, but I get up early in the morning because got to get to work. But this is why I said, I know you all saw my background changing, and I had put it on for it to change over and over, because I'm showing this is what we're going to be doing October 29th. Upscale Love for You is going to have their very first event, which is going to be a formal masquerade ball. And you're going to get a chance to wear your Venetian face mask and dress all up. And I want each and every one of you to participate. So I had that put up as my background to keep rotating different masquerade face masks so that you all can get ready. And I want to thank Chocolate Pearl, Dr. Lark, Dr. Feelgood for all of this information about cheating, because see, I was never a cheater. But anywho, next week and it's the week after this, we are coming to you with a wonderful topic. Chocolate Pearl, would you like to tell them what the topic is going to be?
I kind of forgot.
No.
Yeah. It's about dating, jailhouse
love.
Yeah.
Jailhouse love.
Don't want no part of
Jailhouse love. you know, you would be amazed at how many women and men have relationships that with people that are incarcerated. And we're going to go on that end. I know I ain't never tried to pick Nan up, but anywho, we are going to talk about that not this week, but the following week. And with that being said, I still don't know who MW is. Honey retired. You know, all
Honey
my
Retired is my
people
sister. Is one of my sisters.
is one of your sisters. Okay, so does anybody know who MW is?
Yes, a friend of mine.
Okay. Well, anywho, I would just like to thank all of you and including the captain. I'm gonna let you ride on that one. But
Look, at least he fell asleep on
clan.
not Feel Good and not us ladies.
That's
Yes,
right.
yes.
The ladies keep it going. But all jokes aside, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out this evening. Don't let this be your last time. Send us an email to Upscale Love for You. That's the letter 4, the letter U at gmail.com. And you can catch me tomorrow night on scorebiggerdayton.com, where Dr. Fabulous is a co-host there with Razzle Dazzle, who is shown here as Mr. Malik. He is the host and founder of scorebiggerdayton.com. So I'm going to say good night before I'm sleeping like the captain, because I'm a little tired tonight. Okay. And Captain, listen, next week when you come, I want you to get your little coffee and set it next to you. Okay. I'm gonna keep.
I will. I apologize.
You promise? That's okay, baby. That's okay.
We love that because Anson used to be our sleepyhead, but now you can be
sleeping on the floor.
Don't apologize. Just do what you do.
Do what you do.
I just want to say,
accept you for who you are.
Dr. Fabulous, I want to say before we get off, I want to wish every mother and some of the fathers who have to step in as a mother, happy Mother's Day. Being a mother is a God's gift, and being a grandmother is the second gift. And I'm a grandmother as well as a mama. So happy Mother's Day, and I hope every one of y'all get treated by your children with blessings.